Welcome to today's edition of the show podcast.
Terri Irwin and her husband Chandler Powell announced the birth of their daughter, Grace Warrior Irwin Powell, on Friday. And now, Terri's mother Terri and her younger brother Robert have shared touching tribute posts welcoming the newest member of their family. On Friday, the Irwin matriarch, 56, shared her joy at becoming a grandmother on Twitter and said that her late husband Steve Irwin would have been beyond proud. Terri wrote, "Love is not a big enough word. My heart is so incredibly happy. And I know that Steve would be beyond proud. Grace is the next generation to continue his mission and message of conservation. She chose her parents wisely. Terri and Chandler are already the best parents ever," she added. Terri also congratulated her daughter and son-in-law on their first wedding anniversary. "Happy first anniversary at Terri Irwin and at Chandler Powell 9. I can't wait for the next amazing chapter in your lives," she wrote in a prior Twitter post. Meanwhile, Robert took to his Instagram to share a photo of himself cradling his newborn niece. In the photo, he looked down adoringly at his sister's bundle of joy as she slept peacefully in his arms. The 17-year-old wrote in the caption, "Let the uncle adventures begin. Love you so much, Grace." This little one picked the two best parents in the entire world. The most incredible, caring and strong mom. And the funnest, coolest and kindest dad. Love you three so much, I can't wait for this exciting journey ahead," he added. Terri and her husband Chandler announced the birth of their baby daughter, Grace Warrior Irwin Powell, on Friday. Grace was born on their first wedding anniversary. In her lengthy Instagram post, the new mother explained that the baby's two middle names were inspired by her late father, wildlife warrior Steve Irwin. She wrote, "March 25, 2021. Celebrating the two loves of my life. Happy first wedding anniversary to my sweetheart husband and day of birth to our beautiful daughter," Terri wrote. "Our graceful warrior is the most beautiful light. Grace is named after my great-grandmother and relatives in Chandler's family dating back to the 1700s, she continued. Her middle names, Warrior Irwin, are a tribute to my dad and his legacy as the most incredible wildlife warrior. Her last name is Powell and she already has such a kind soul just like her dad." She accompanied the caption with a sweet image of herself and Chandler cradling newborn Grace in a baby blanket. "There are no words to describe the infinite amount of love in our hearts for our sweet baby girl. She chose the perfect day to be born and we feel tremendously blessed," Terri added. She also posted an image of Grace's first onesie, which had an Australian koala printed on the chest. Steve, known to millions around the world as the Crocodile Hunter, was filming a documentary when he was fatally stabbed in the heart by a stingray barb on September 4, 2006 in Bat Reef, Queensland. He was 44 years old. Terri first met Chandler in 2013, when the American former wakeboarder went on a guided tour of Australia Zoo in Queensland. Following their chance meeting, Chandler wrote to Terri to ask her permission to contact Terri before they embarked on a long-distance relationship. He eventually relocated to Australia from his home in Florida, and now works at the family's zoo. In July 2019, Terri and Chandler announced their engagement. Following their chance meeting, Chandler wrote to Terri to ask her permission to contact Terri before they embarked on a long-distance relationship. He eventually relocated to Australia from his home in Florida, and now works at the family's zoo. In July 2019, Terri and Chandler announced their engagement. Terri married Chandler in a surprise ceremony at Australia Zoo on Queensland's Sunshine Coast in March last year. She said the coronavirus pandemic had meant she and Chandler had to change our entire wedding. She added, "We changed our wedding date the night before we got married, but we were determined to let love win." They announced they were expecting their first child together in August last year. In September, Terri revealed she was having a girl, sharing a photo of herself and Chandler with one of Australia Zoo's tortoises, surrounded by pink flowers. "Baby girl, you are our world. Our beautiful daughter is now about the same size as a hatchling Aldabra tortoise and is as healthy as can be. We can't wait for her arrival next year," she wrote at the time.